PlayStation 4 Pro is a new breed of console. It does everything the original PlayStation 4 does, but it packs in more horsepower to support 4K and HDR. It's basically a half-generation upgrade targeted at people with new 4K TV sets. Design-wise, the $399 PS4 Pro looks like a triple-decker PlayStation 4. It's a tad taller, and it adds another layer to the angular, sandwich design Sony used in the original console. It sports physical power and eject buttons up front, and it has an integrated power supply, which means you won't have another AC adapter sitting behind your TV. What's really important though are the internal changes. It features a new 4.2 teraflop AMD Polaris-based GPU that's more than twice as fast as the original PS4. It also packs in a faster 8-core CPU, 8GB of RAM, and a 1TB hard drive. The PS4 Pro also finally brings 5GHz 802.11ac Wi-Fi support into Sony's consoles, which should make downloading large games and patches much faster. The new DualShock 4 controller is pretty much the same as before, except there's a small strip on the touchpad where its LED light shines through. That's useful for figuring out which character you're controlling in a multiplayer game. The PS4 Pro is pretty much primed to be a gaming powerhouse, but it's up to developers to determine how they'll take advantage of it. You'll also have to wait for games to be patched before you'll see many of those performance upgrades, but at least they'll come free. Some games will aim for higher resolutions beyond 1080p, while others will focus on delivering higher frame rates for a smoother gaming experience. Titles like Infamous Second Son let you choose between the two options. In Rise of the Tomb Raider, on the other hand, you can choose from higher frame rates at 1080p, more visual effects at 1080p and 30fps, or 4K at 30fps. For the most part, I preferred high performance modes, which is a far more noticeable upgrade over the bump to 4K. High definition range lighting, or HDR, will also change some games significantly. It allows for higher contrast, greater color definition, and much deeper blacks than we're used to. In The Last of Us Remastered, it makes the sky look more realistic with more nuanced clouds and a significantly brighter sun. And similarly, the color and lighting throughout most environments has more depth. While 4K is the big marketing term for the PS4 Pro, it's really HDR that'll offer the most dramatic visual upgrades for most people. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see the benefits of the technology unless you're actually looking at a game on a 4K HDR TV. When it comes to the PlayStation VR, the PS4 Pro delivers a better overall experience. There weren't any games patched for the new console while I was testing it, but VR is the sort of thing where any hardware upgrade is a big help. Sony claims the VR shooter Farpoint will have around twice as much detail on the PS4 Pro compared to the standard PlayStation 4. When it comes to media, there's no 4K Blu-ray player inside the console, even though that's a format backed by Sony and that's also supported on the Xbox One S. Instead, Sony's pushing 4K streaming through Netflix and YouTube, and strangely, it doesn't have a service of its own yet. So sure, the PlayStation 4 Pro is faster, but do you really need it? While it does make games look better on 1080p TVs, it's not really a big enough leap to upgrade from the previous console. But if you have a 4K and HDR capable TV, it's a solid way to show off your new display. And at $399, it's only $100 more than the less powerful PS4 Slim. The PlayStation 4 Pro isn't a whole new generation for Sony, but it's the closest you'll get to the performance of powerful PC gaming in a console today.